film Wrath of Man opens with a tense armored truck job in Los Angeles, where two guards from Fortico Security are moving cash through the city. What should be routine quickly turns into chaos when armed robbers ambush the vehicle. The guards are dragged out, forced to the ground, and the money is taken. Gunfire erupts, and the situation spirals out of control. By the end of it, innocent lives are lost, and the robbery leaves behind more questions than answers.
We saying you fucking left.
Bravo. Base to Bravo, what's happening there? What's at 20?
No budget.
What the fuck is going on out there?
Incoming.
I'm on it.
Take the legs.
1 minute. Let's go.
3 months later, a quiet, unreadable man named Patrick Hill, known simply as H, joins Fortico as a new guard. On paper, he's solid, clean record, strong references, but in person, something feels off. He barely speaks, shows no emotion, and struggles during training, almost like he's holding back rather than trying. He's paired with a loud, experienced guard nicknamed Bullet, who gives him the nickname H. The rest of the crew, Dana, Boy Sweat Dave, and others, don't fully trust him, especially Dave, who immediately senses something strange beneath H's calm surface. At first, everything seems normal. Jobs go smoothly. Cash is delivered, but that illusion doesn't last long. During a later run, their truck is intercepted again. This time, the robbers take Bullet hostage and force H and Dave to drive to a drop point. Dave panics, convinced they're all going to die, but H stays completely calm, too calm. When they arrive, the robbers demand the money, and that's when everything changes. H deliberately drops a bag, creating a distraction, and in a blink, he explodes into action. His movements are precise, brutal, almost surgical. He kills every single robber without hesitation. No panic, no wasted motion, just efficiency. When it's over, Dave and Bullet are left in shock. This isn't the same man who barely passed training. H inspects the bodies, searching their faces, but whatever he's looking for, he doesn't find it. From that moment, the mystery deepens. The FBI, led by Agent King, begins watching H closely. They suspect he's far more dangerous than he appears. Even the robbers in the city start reacting differently. During another attempted heist, a crew recognizes H and immediately retreats in fear. It's clear now. H isn't just a guard. He's something much worse. Behind the scenes, H begins his own investigation. He secretly digs into his co-workers, suspecting an inside connection. When he targets Dana, he seduces her just to gain access to her apartment, only to discover stolen cash hidden inside. When confronted, she confesses, proving that corruption runs deeper than anyone thought. But even that isn't H's real goal. Then the story shifts. 5 months earlier, before the first robbery, H was a completely different man, a powerful figure in the criminal underworld. During a rare moment of peace, he spends time with his son, Doug G. But that moment is shattered when a robbery goes wrong. While H steps away briefly, a masked robber confronts Doug G. and without hesitation, kills him. H arrives just in time to witness it. Helpless. Broken. Shot and left for dead. When he wakes up weeks later, his son is gone, and so is the man he used to be. From that moment on, H becomes driven by one thing only. Revenge. He hunts down every possible lead, tearing through the criminal world with ruthless precision. But the trail eventually leads him to Fortico, the same company tied to the robbery. That's why he joined. Not for the job. Not for the money. But to find the man who killed his son.
All killers of his son were preparing for another heist. Still undercover, Mace waited patiently. The day came during a routine delivery when the team leader dropped the truth. He was the mole who had aided the robbers in murdering Mace's son. Now, they were aiming for the company's vault. He warned Mace not to interfere. The heavily armed crew stormed the facility, overpowering guards and taking Mace to the vault, holding everyone hostage. They had spent 3 months preparing this job, but their fatal mistake was not knowing who they were dealing with. Security triggered the alarm, and police surrounded the building but couldn't enter due to protocol. Inside, as the robbers stuffed bags of cash, Mace made his move, taking down a guard, freeing the company executive and a rookie guard. The rookie panicked, asking for instructions. "Put on a vest and don't slow me down," Mace replied before charging out. In less than a minute, he dropped 3 armed men. The gang leader realized the job had gone bad and tried to retreat. Mace grabbed a machine gun, cutting them down, hitting the leader in the neck and killing another instantly. Only 3 escaped. The gang leader, the traitorous captain, and Jan, the man who had murdered Mace's son. Fleeing through a hidden tunnel, Jan showed his true colors. He strangled the gang leader, took the cash, and shot the captain, leaving with $30 million that night. Jan celebrated with wine, until a voice spoke from the shadows. He froze. Mace stepped forward, tossing an autopsy report on the table. The name on it was his son's. Mace had relived that moment of Jan pulling the trigger countless times. Now it was time for payback. Bullet by bullet, Mace executed him in the exact brutal manner his son had been killed. With revenge complete, Mace didn't touch the stolen millions, leaving them for his police chief friend. And that's the end of Wrath of Man, directed by Guy Ritchie and starring Jason Statham, released in 2021.